So Ice Universe took to Twitter this morning with this tweet, pretty much hinting that every upcoming Galaxy S series phone will have 120Hz screens. There are 3 models: the normal S model, the bigger Plus model, and probably the biggest and most likely high-end model, the Ultra. What's missing here is whether they're calling it an S11 or an S20. Maybe they should call it an S120. No, that's dumb. Just call it a goddamn 2020 Galaxy. I was also on Reddit earlier today too and saw this comment that laid out a few specs. You'll see that Dark Gray Ghost comment doubles down on calling it the S20, the S20 Plus, and the S20 Ultra. Also, all with 120Hz displays, but the S20 running with a 6.2-inch display, the S20 Plus at a 6.7-inch display, and the S20 Ultra at 6.9 inches. This is further corroborated by Harmless Carl's tweet back in late December with the same size displays and the same S20 moniker. Now, to give you a good idea of what the normal S20 display would be like, I have a Moto G7 here that I've been testing that uses a 6.2-inch display. At 6.2 inches, that's already pretty big.
That's what she said.
I have a hard time,
That's what she said.
Using this phone one-handedly. And, to think that the S20 Plus comes in at 6.7 inches and then the S20 Ultra at 6.9 inches, that's pretty huge.
That's what she said.
But if I had to pick one based purely on display size, it would be the normal model, the 6.2-inch one. But that might not be the one I end up picking, and I'll tell you why. First is the battery. These specs on Reddit say the S20 will come with a 3800 mAh battery, which is a big battery in its own right, but how is it really going to hold up with a 120Hz display? The S20 Plus with 4500 mAh and the S20 Ultra at 5000 mAh. Now, I'm guessing part of the reason that these phones are coming at such bigger display sizes is maybe to accommodate a bigger battery so that it can run these 120Hz displays. Now, the reason I might not actually go with the standard Galaxy S20 and go with a higher end model is really because of the camera specs here. The S20 and S20 Plus show the same size camera sensor at 1/1.7 inches, which nets a 2.25 times larger sensor than the S10, which is great because I've said this before, the bigger the image sensor, the better. You'll also see a possible 2 to 5 times optical telephoto lens, but if you look at the S20 Ultra, it comes with an even larger image sensor than the S20 and S20 Plus at 1/1.33 inches, which is 3 times larger than the S10, and a guaranteed 5 times optical telephoto lens. And honestly, that's where I get stuck, because when it comes to my priorities in a phone, camera is so high up there, and I want to test the best of the best. The biggest image sensor, a better telephoto lens, I don't know. It looks like the S20 Ultra might be the phone that I'm picking here. Now, there are other perks or advantages with probably getting this Ultra model as well. It'll probably have more RAM standard, probably more internal storage standard as well. As far as the displays go, it'll probably be 1440p. I can't say the same about the base model or the Plus model. Those might be 1080p. And then maybe the Ultra model will come with an S Pen? Maybe this will replace the Note. I don't know, that's just purely speculation. That's a guess on my part. I did read comments that the S20 model is gonna replace what the S10e would be. There's gonna be no more E model and it'll just be these 3. And then who knows what pricing is even gonna be like. I don't even wanna think about what the Ultra is gonna cost. So if these specs are actually correct, which one would you pick? Do you like how I ended this video here asking a question like every other goddamn YouTuber? But really, which one would you pick?